Welcome everyone to another story time here on Panda Thorns. As you have seen, this is a new Creepypasta storytelling YouTube channel. I am your host, Deadhead Panda, and I hope you guys are enjoying all of the topics, all of the stories that I'm bringing to you here. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell button so that you can hear more stories from me. Thank you. Bye. All hail the Pumpkin King. People don't understand. The Pumpkin King is an actual monster, a actual God honest horror to behold. In this little Hoboken town where I live, we have pumpkins. Lots of pumpkins, beautiful pumpkins, red pumpkins, blue pumpkins. We pride ourselves on making unique pumpkin. Why? I don't know. But I don't have a problem with it. I like pumpkins. I like pumpkin spice. I like the way we shape our pumpkins. I love pumpkins. I could wear clothes with pumpkins on it year round until last year. You see, last year we had this pumpkin, unbelievably, extraordinarily giant, overly bloated gourd that we called Pumpkin King. It was some crazy old name that some crazy old lady in our community gave the pumpkin. When we asked her the backstory on the Pumpkin King and why she said that, she said when she was a kid, there was a pumpkin that grew just like this, and they called it the Pumpkin King. Now, we thought about this and we realized that she's the oldest living person in our community because something strange happened about, I guess, 60, 70 years ago that damn near ended the community. And the only people that are this old in the community were away when this particular incident happened. But according to this old lady, you know, this pumpkin pretty much went on to devour the community. Yeah, I know, crazy old crone, and no one believes her except me. So, I had sat down with her and asked her for an in-depth interview about what happened and what was the outcome of their Pumpkin King. And this is what she said. She said, I remember I was 17 when the Pumpkin King showed up. We thought it was the most beautiful pumpkin we had ever seen, but it was different. This pumpkin was so large, and yet it seemed to be light, hollow. So all the kids used to go and poke it and hit it with sticks, knowing that we couldn't break it, but it made this almost beautiful hollow sound. So we played on it as if we were playing drums. Halloween night, on the other hand, we all went to play in the pumpkin patch with the Pumpkin King, and we began to beat on him. And one by one, the beatings fell silent. The thumps, the bangs, the bops fell silent. I, of course, was not there standing with the rest of the kids because I just went to watch them have a good time. I personally didn't see the point of beating on a pumpkin. Yes, I had done it a few times, but I kind of got over it. It wasn't something that I wanted to do every day. So I stood and I watched them, and they were enjoying themselves. But before my eyes, vines arose and wrapped around each child's neck and pulled them up off the ground. I watched them struggle and fight with the vines and try to scream, but watched the vines constrict around their throats so tight that not even a squeak could escape. I watched them kick and wriggle trying to free themselves, and it was just impossible. I watched them until their bodies stopped moving and their fights fell silent. Of course, I ran because I was afraid. I was afraid, scared child. I ran and I ran, and something told me, don't stop, don't stay. And I ran. And as I looked back, I could see the vine spread through the community, indoors, through windows, up ivies and into other windows and across the ground from the Pumpkin King. And I could hear the screams. And then all of a sudden, they would fall silent. And the further the vine spread, the more silence became. This once bustling town became a dreary, dark, silent mortuary. I ran as fast as I could, fearing the vines, and it was almost as if the vines could seek out human life, seek out life in general. I watched it strangle cats and dogs. This vine took over the whole town to the point of strangling every single thing in the town. Adults, children, babies, kittens. But right at the edge of the town, when I thought, this is it, this is the end, I can't run any further, I can't breathe, I can't move, I just can't, I laid down right outside the town and watched as this massive vine whipped and waved its way towards me. And it lunged forward and stopped. It tried and tried and tried and just could not reach me, as if I was out of its reach. I was too far away from the pumpkin. And once it realized it couldn't reach me, it recoiled. And then all of a sudden, like a moon, the Pumpkin King rose, dragging every man, woman, child, and anything else it had tangled in its vines up into the sky. They all dangled and struggled. Those that were still alive, the last fighters, fought to the very last breath, fought till they could not fight no more, fought till their bodies were turning blue. They all fell silent, and Pumpkin King just dangled them right there up in the sky, looking like a orange sun. And one by one, the vines retracted, pulling all of them in, one by one by one, until Pumpkin King settled back to the ground, shriveled, and retreated back under the dirt. And with that, I was alone, destitute, in an empty town with no one. It's crazy how quickly things have spread and happened. And now, Pumpkin King has returned. And I wonder what will happen this time. I wonder if I could outrun it this time. But I'm going to do the smart thing. And I'm going to leave now. And that was the end of the interview with this old lady. She cordially bowed her head to me, picked up her bags, and happily got into her vehicle and drove away into the sunset. Like I said, I assumed she was crazy until that Halloween night when Pumpkin King did come to claim the lives of everyone in the town. But luckily, just luckily, she had spread the story enough and spoke it enough over the years that people was not caught off guard. Many died, mostly children, because they were unaware. I myself almost succumbed to this Pumpkin King as I was in the shower, actually in the tub, minding my own business with a nice bubble bath and a pumpkin latte. just relaxing. It was my spa day. And laying there with my eyes closed, I heard something almost surfing like sliding and slipping through my window. Because I hesitated, the hesitation almost cost me my life as the vine came in and wrapped around, partially around my throat, as my hand was up almost towards my face when it wrapped around. Because I was finna lift up the blind to see what that noise was. So when it wrapped my neck and my arm and almost killed me. I screamed and I fought and I was dragged all around my bathroom as it tried to pull me through my tiny bathroom window. I know you would think, well, it's a good thing you were in a bathroom with a small window. No, it was not a good thing. It was not a good thing at all. It literally tried to pull my body through a small hole. And if it was not for my mother and her butcher's knife, I most likely would have made it through that window. After this ordeal and my mom had cut the vine away, it dropped me and I fell into the tub, broken and battered, worse for the wear. Destroyed vertebrae in my spine, destroyed vertebrae in my neck, snapped arm, snapped leg, dislocated jaw. The works. It really did a number on me. And since then, I've been confined to a wheelchair. And our community has taken up the motto, fuck the pumpkins, burn them all. Yes, I did it. I finished all before 12. So that's two stories down, one day. So these were the stories for the 19th and the 20th. And I will be back tomorrow to give you a new story. Again, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell button so you can be notified of the next story. Bye!